Hello, beloveds. I want to record you a quick message here on the early evening of October 11th. And this is the second or third of the big, giant slingshot boosts of higher frequency that I had shared we would be experiencing in the month of October. And so I wanted you to just have this sort of quick awareness that's what's going on. And if you're feeling any of these energies at all, what you're probably feeling is a huge just sort of surge of kind of almost a manic energy. You may be feeling it as a kind of like woohoo celebratory kind of energy, but it may feel like it brings you to that edge of manic where you're kind of like, I don't know if I can contain this in my body anymore. And so actually, in fact, you do want to contain it into your body. Often I talk about kind of letting energies move through you or in you, but I actually want you to think about, how do I suck all this energy into my body and just sort of smush it all in there in the good way? And the most powerful mechanism for that right now is to go get your feet, bare feet on earth. I don't care how cold it is. I don't care if it's raining and snowing. You can do it for just a minute or two. Just go. You don't need a long time. Just go get your bare feet on earth at a minimum. If you can be out in nature more, and I don't care that it's night, I don't care what time of day it is when you're listening to this, just do it. This is my cosmic self just talking to you. Like, just do it. Do it. And don't waste time. And don't think I'll do it tomorrow. And don't think I'm listening to this and I'm already in bed and I don't need to do it. And Melanie, right? If you're having that vibe, that means you got to go do it. I did spend a bunch of time just because I was like, as it was coming in, and it was like, all I can do is go to the lake. And I was in the lake, swimming in the lake. It was below, I don't even know what temperature it was. It was like in the low 50s in both the air and the water. But I had to be in the lake because I needed to kind of have the support of the lake to actually kind of anchor and simultaneously transmit on these beautiful, incredibly new high frequencies to go around the globe. And so was just also activating various other beings to do the same. And just incredible fun stuff. And so I came home after, a couple of hours of that, being in the woods and being in nature and being in the water and just pulling in all of the codes and then immediately transmitting them out, through pictures, etc., in various formats. And when I came home, I thought, okay, now I can kind of just tend to my human and do the human things. And it was like, nope, off we are at altar time. So I've been at altar time and had the runes and several different card decks asking me to arrange them in very specific order. And when I then was, allowed, if you will, to kind of read them, what I got was this image that I'll share with you. And essentially the message very consistently is about the kind of the DNA, the DNA, which has been on a journey, and we are on a journey. Our DNA is on a journey through sort of like Earth Mother, Gaia Earth, Gaia herself, and is kind of now relating to and connecting to the light of the gods. And excuse me. I'm not even going to edit that out because who has time for that? The light of the gods, and that is happening, that this is now the harvest time, was the final of these 5 runes. If you zoom in on the picture, if you care about kind of the rune specifics, but that this is the harvest time. That we are harvesting and reaping all of the beautiful, incredible work that we've been doing. And not a surprise, of course, also that this is, in the fall season, in the autumn season here in the Northern Hemisphere. And then the She deck, was just giving me these just incredible cards about just the incredible fire of the warrior energy, the gift of creativity of the maker princess, and just that incredible fertile earth mother vibe of the imagery in this card. And then the Fool, this kind of, we are stripped back down to the very beginning, which is also very much this original self coming through now and integrating into your biology, which is a big part of why you want to kind of pull this energy into you, is that original self. And then this Maker King, we are the kings with the gift of skill. We are making this new world, this new creation, and we are using all of these beautiful, beautiful gifts that the warrior queen has, and we are reminded that there is no foe too great. There is no darkness, no shadow that the light that we are bringing cannot resolve, cannot diminish and bring back into the light. And our humans, the messages to our humans came through this particular deck that I use sometimes called Angels and Ancestors by a guy named Kyle Gray. It's a lovely deck that occasionally asks me, and it was asked to come in to speak to the humans. So all of these messages have been to the cosmic self within you. These are to the humans within us, and they are peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. I don't think that I need to say any more about that. Like, it couldn't be clearer. Animal guardian. Trust your instincts. Couldn't be clearer. Great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. And when you look at this card, you may have kind of stories about the visual of this card. No, the great teacher is you. You are the great teacher within you. This is the learning from the spiritual experiences that you have been having in all of your lives, leading to this beautiful moment that you have created for yourself now. And then at the top of, or the bottom of, depending on how you look at it, but essentially kind of overarching and like at a pinnacle point in this beautiful altar spread, from the White Light Oracle deck, but from Alana Fairchild, is Aurora of Gamma. And this incredible reminder, I just laughed out loud when this card was the card, because I heard, and this is the top card, like as if this is like a pyramid that we've been building here on the altar, which was beautiful to do. And then it was Gamma. And I seriously was just laughing. And then, the Kali, the beautiful cat here who named herself Kali and is here, who isn't a cat, was just also laughing with me. And we've just laughing about this. So this incredible, beautiful light, this incredibly high frequency, the gamma frequency in the brain. It's totally been a gamma frequency day, by the way. And gamma frequency in the brain, you can kind of look this up if you want to learn more about it, but it's a higher, faster frequency, of brain waves that are associated with, in many different studies, with kind of spirituality and enlightenment and transcendent experiences and blah, 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 blah. And I don't even have time to go into, it's not that I don't have time. It's just, you don't need me to, your human doesn't want this from me. Part of it does, but it doesn't really. It just is the highest light. It's the same thing as the rune that is like the daybreak, the daylight of the gods. It is it's just the whole thing. It's just, I don't even have words. Words, hashtag words optional has been increasingly in my private messages that I've started this hashtag words optional. And it's just like the words. Who has the words? Who can even do it? So I want to share this with you and encourage you to just give yourself over to any expression that comes to your mind, that comes into your awareness, that just floats up from your heart, from your being, from your body, from your cosmic self into your awareness of, this would be a lovely connecting point into my magic, into these frequencies that Melanie's talking about here, whatever that is. And it doesn't have to be some big, crazy, dramatic thing. right? Like my experience of me going over to the lake, it's a very, like, it's not a big dramatic experience. The energetic experience in me was very big and dramatic today, but it's like I go and I pack up my stuff, and I go and I get in the car, and I go and I drive, and I have the music on, and I'm singing, and I'm just enjoying the whole thing. And also I want to say a little bit about driving. I love driving. I love to be in the car. I have from the very first day I got my license when I was 16, and just, it's one of my places where lots of connectivity occurs, and I have an experience of myself when I'm driving in which I am essentially just inside my giant golden Merkaba, and frankly that I'm like hardly even doing the driving, and I feel very much protected and kind of on a track that's being laid in front of me, and it's like I'm just kind of sliding down the groove, and often kind of have a sense of Metatron doing the driving for me. That's always a really fun thing. So, and just like I go to the lake, and then I'm like, leaving the car, closing the door. Like I'm anchoring for you how 3D the experience is at the same time as it's wildly pan-dimensional. I'm in all the dimensions at the same time. And this is what is expanding more and more for you. And then I'm walking down the trail, and I'm in the woods, and I can barely contain myself, and I feel like I'm literally going to lift up off the ground. I have my headphones, my little AirPods in my ears, and my music is playing, and it's just shuffling up exactly the right songs for me. And I'm like not even really walking. I'm kind of like hopping and dancing and skipping around as I'm walking, and every now and then I pass somebody who I'm sure thinks I'm crazy, and I could just care less. But mostly actually people were just smiling at me and waving and like, hi, and I was just like, hi, and like off to one of my little spots where I like to go into the lake. And then I was just, doing the same thing up in the trees afterwards, and, with my wet hair, and people just looking at me like I was crazy. Cause, for people, it's 50 degrees out. Who's this crazy woman? But that's not what matters. That's not the story that I'm paying attention to. And honestly, it wasn't the story that I could tell anybody else was paying attention to. So I tell you this so that you can remember that you get to choose the story you're paying attention to. And there's many possible stories in any experience. So choose your stories wisely. And you do get to choose your story. And today the story is remarkable, and these cards are incontrovertible in terms of the story, and the runes, of course, always glorious. I love the way the runes talk to me, and I can't get enough of this incense that I'm burning, which is made by this incredible, incredible witch, Sadie Whip, and her company is called The Hag in the Woods. And this incense that I love all the time is called Plenty, and and her write-up on it is to feel abundant, be abundant, and bring in plenty of what you need to live well. And when I use Plenty, I use it every time because I love the smell of it. But what I do is I bring in energetically, I say plenty and abundance for all the beings on the earth, including the earth. And I just send that every single time. And the other one of hers that I adore, that I also often will sort of layer in on top of the Plenty a little bit later, is called Breaking Free, which is just, delicious, just beyond words. And so I just love that so much. And also before altar time, I was asked by the Fae to bring in a little snippet from one of my rosemary bushes. And so I went out and I talked to the rosemary bush, and I said, which one should we bring them? And it guided me. No, not that side. No, this side. No, this one. No, that branch. Now this part of the branch, write it here. Here's where you cut. And it was that explicit. And then I cut that piece, and then it just makes me dizzy. The smell of this is unbelievable. It's rosemary, like I'm used to smelling, but I feel like my senses are different because it's like rosemary with honey. I don't even know how to describe that, and some other kind of floral something that's in it. Anyway, so I'm just sharing all this with you because I just am guided to do so, and I just feel that the human expression of just one tiny little kind of percentage of what these energies are would be supportive and helpful to you. So for those of you listening to this who are working with me directly in some capacity, whether it's in the Groove programs for gifted women or in my private Evo Leap portal where we work very privately, intimately, one-on-one over a 3 or a 6 month period on your own evolutionary journey. We'll be talking about all this stuff as we are and as we have been. And for those of you who are just kind of docking in periodically for these beautiful shares and these transmissions as they come through, I just want you all to know that there are several more of these big, giant, kind of slingshot energetic moments, which I talked about, I think, in my last transmission, maybe the one before, that they're in October alone. So just like paddle out on that wave, baby. Join in with the fun and just know that things are unlocking rapidly, unlocking all over the place. And just, soar up and rise up above whatever kind of the stories are that are in your head or in your mind or in society around you, about limitations, about lockdowns, about whatever. Just like all of that is dissolving. And your energetics help hasten the bringing of that dissolution of all of that into form for others. You're not here just for your own light. You're here to, yes, bring in and experience your own light, but you're also here to help others, to illuminate others by being your light, by letting your light expand. So, rise up, beautiful ones, keep shining. Thank you for your light in the world. I love you so much, and I will talk to you soon.